Hey, good morning. It's day 4 of our trip. We're in Mazatlan today. We have an e-bike adventure scheduled, so we're gonna go grab some breakfast. Then we're gonna walk out to the port, meet our tour guide, and we'll see you in a few. Bye. Show you guys how busy the buffet is on port days. The first shots of Mazatlan. So obviously the other side of the ship we're docked. So I know that Mazatlan, when you come in, it's a port that you have to take a little tram to get into where all the shops are, because it's a shipping location. There's a bunch of shipping containers and those kinds of things out at this port. So we're gonna have breakfast and then we'll check back in with you. Donut, some hash browns, toast with some avocado, cheese omelet, some pork. Well, that's all pork. But I think that's the Filipino style pork, and some sausage and bacon, and then of course they actually have pretty good donuts, so I'm going to try another one. So next time you see us, we'll probably be walking off the ship, so we'll be back. Shipping port, there's containers everywhere, so you have to take a little trolley to get into where all the excursions are. So we'll do the ride and then we'll pop back in with you. Booked our excursion on groupexcursions.com, so we will do a little bit of research and figure out where we need to go to actually get to where our excursion's at, so we'll be back. The group shore excursion, so we're just going to walk around, see the shops on the inside. We got about 20-25 minutes before we actually get on the e-bike tour, so join us with a little bit of window shopping. I think this is where you got that leather mask thing. Yeah. You want to see these shops out? There's some shops outside too, babe. There's some shops outside. So this is where we did the resort with Paul and Cindy because I remember getting a little Volkswagen Bug thing.
Yeah, you want to know their stone island?
No, we have something. Thank you.
That would be great, right? We get a lot of
Prior to that, we did go to a beach and pool resort where we had drinks and food included all day, and that was like $75 a person. It was actually a really good deal. We got a little taxi out of this area right here, and it was like 15 or 20 bucks there for 4 people and 15 or 20 bucks for the 4 of us to come back. But really safe port to hang out in here if you don't want to venture outside of the port. There's lots of little shops. There's some places to eat and also some places to drink. So you can get off the ship, stretch your legs, and actually have a good time out here. There will be a lot of people trying to get you to book excursions with them, but it's very easy just to tell them you already have something booked or that you're not interested, and they'll leave you alone. But yeah, beautiful day today, a nice breeze, but the sun is definitely out, so I should try and cover my head. So we'll get back to you when we get on the e-bike tour.
Oh, yeah. All right. Very good. Here's stop 1, friends. There's the location of the lighthouse on the top of the hill. Altitude 515 feet. And while I was waiting for you right there by the terminal, I was listening to other people saying that they were going hiking. It's not exactly hiking as long as people do not take the shortcuts. No, as you can see, there is a zigzag. That's the easiest part, let's say it that way, because it's like walking up. The tiring part is the time that one ends. There are 366 steps to take after, and as you will see when getting to the cliff divers, we're gonna see the lighthouse better. The new attraction on the up in there is a flying bridge. I am saying that because I've been there only once and I don't think I'm coming back again. It's kind of scary. It's glass. It's 20 feet long, but the view from up there is the best. This one, friends, is the beginning of it's such a common word nowadays for boardwalk. It's Malecon. This is where the Malecon begins. Talking to you about the street that goes all along the ocean. This is the very south part of the city. Also, well, where are you heading after here?
Puerto Vallarta.
Vallarta. Okay, you're sailing south of the city after here. The ship passes by the lighthouse and it's gonna make a left, right? Because if I'm not wrong, you were in Cabo San
Yes.
Lucas before here. Yeah, this early morning, the time you got to this distance, 37 nautical miles away from our city, that was exactly the time you started taking the Pacific Ocean. The Sea of Cortez or Gulf of California is that distance from our city, going north. Ceviche is for us. The best ceviche is made there. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the word palapa. Palapa is a spot right on the beach. The rope is usually made out of palm leaves. You can see some of them all along that coast. Oh, they make great barbecue fish and yeah, the best one is over there. Tacos, that corner. house. And on the way, let's stop briefing right before we get to every corner. Let me just say this to you because this is dead. Talking about traffic. The thing is that the coming neighborhood is where most of snowbirds live. In other words, none of them is here. All of them are back home. And that's why you're gonna see that calmness all along the coming ride. The only thing is that, well, let me say this to you right now so you can understand the coming riding. The development of this area is the oldest section of town, by the way. It started back in 1830s up to 1960s. The only thing is that people during that decade, the 60s, decided to buy up in the north part of town, and this area was totally abandoned, let's say for like 20 years. Then in the 80s, the ones that had the vision of buying were snowbirds. Don't take this on the wrong way. And the few people living here, they said to them, don't take it on the wrong way. These few people I was saying, when snowbirds were buying, told them, why are you buying here? Bingo loco, there's no future. But they were not locals at all. People, believe it or not, here got these big properties you are seeing for as much as, believe it or not, $35,000 US. I'm talking to you about the early 80s when the restoration started. The only thing is that 92% of the constructions were totally abandoned in ruins. And the time that restoration started, they said to everybody, buy, do whatever you want with the property, but don't tear it down. That was such a problem, because if we go back to that time, most of the properties were made out of adobe. Adobe is not as solid as a brick. And yeah, no concrete up in there, but wooden roofs. Our problem, if you're sweating, already saw you sweating, and we are still enjoying ourselves a lot if we talk about these temperatures, because the coming June up to late October, the temperatures go up to 120 degrees, and it's about 80-85% of humidity. Why am I saying this? Because when they were made out of adobe and wooden roofs, no maintenance, the termites destroyed everything. So that thing changed. You see yourself in the need of tearing them down, do it, but keep the original architecture. That way the original architecture matches with the architecture of this opera house building and the one that is nowadays the art school. I am saying this just because of the stereotypes and not because we're better than them, but indigenous people here in Mexico are, Mexico City is on the center part of the country. If you go to the south, that's right, to the Caribbean, that's where you see the Mayan people, indigenous people here. This is the northwestern of Mexico. We had more European immigration. There were a lot of Italian, French, German, Spanish. Myself, I found out recently that I'm a mixture of indigenous with French. We never know. No, why am I saying this, friends? Because this was what happened after the colonization here in the country. No, European immigration brought this influence in the architecture. The only thing is that it was not only about restoring, keeping the original planning or the same original architecture. What you are seeing, the widening of the sidewalks, as a consequence, streets are getting narrower and narrower as we ride by. They wanted to keep the traffic away, because in the 80s there was, really nothing. That everybody was concentrating here, talking about population. Mazatlan is, it's really nothing if it's compared with Mexico City or Puerto Vallarta. We are only 356,000 people population. That's all. All right, let's go that way. one over here, friends, is the best example of the way most of the properties were before the restoration. If you see through, it's roofless. Bueno, see up here. And yeah, there they are. Yeah, the walls, there they got adobes. At this time, for the little I know about that, friends, they make the adobes. It's what? It's soil, wooden, it's wood shaving, water. Make the adobe, they are air dry for like 48 hours, and right after they are piled up, and they made like an oven, and there comes the firing for like 3 days about. So the adobe after that firing turns into a brick, and who knows if the wood shaving got to do with the color they turn after the firing. No, that they are like reddish, like orange, something like that. No, same street, friends. She's close from, yeah, we're gonna get to that corner and we're close to where we, the thing is that there is a blue line that we saw parts of that one that is taking you to here walking. It's, yeah, we're like 20 minutes walking distance right now from where we started.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Come here. Right. Ahí vengo, hijo. Espérame.
20-minute walk.
Here's one of the two main buildings. Nowadays it's an art school, but this used to be a hotel back on that year, that date, no, of the 1883, August the 30th. The main problem, I believe, in all Latin America personally, was the virus of the yellow fever. I am saying this because there's the name of a woman that during that 1800 was well known all over the world, they said, as an opera performer, Angela Peralta. She was well known, they said, as the Nightingale because of her voice. During that 1883, they were touring this part of Mexico. They were supposed to perform over there. That's the Opera House where the columns are. We're gonna be there in a couple of more minutes. The only thing is that the time this one was a hotel, this is where herself, her company checked in. Hours later, herself, some members of her company got infected by the virus of the yellow fever. So she died in here that date. For that reason, that one got her name. The Opera House. Also, I do not know if I should say mean or clever. What it reads there, that part of the wall, is that her manager decided to marry her 5 minutes before she died. No member of her family was around her. In other words, the guy was astute or mean because he kept all her belongings, let's say it that way. So, come that way, let's go that way. This is part of housing all along here. The blocks behind me, back that way. No, the only thing is that here, friends, on weekdays, we don't do 9 to 5. And that makes a difference here. I am saying this because these old neighborhoods, they've got an advantage, at least for me. These little grocery stores, let's say today we ran out of tomatoes. During lunch, 2 hours, we can jump over here and pick up a couple of them and then wait till the weekend to go grocery shopping. Because here is 9 a.m. up to 12:30, let's say no later than 1 p.m. When parenting, there they go to school picking up their children. Home lunch, a short nap, I don't know, but they gotta wake up right away because they gotta be back to business 3:30, 4 p.m. till like 8 or 9 p.m. That's the way it goes here on weekdays. Saturdays, Sundays is different, of course. No, and repeating, friends. Yeah, just no birds.
History there is all over these places. You don't really think about it, but yeah.
A lot of Italian influence here.
Yeah, a lot of Europeans came through here and changed the culture in a lot of ways for good and bad. But yeah, very beautiful area. So far, it's a great excursion. Really enjoying riding the e-bike around and seeing Mazatlan kind of in a different way. We've driven around in vehicles before, but doing it via e-bike is actually pretty fun. We'll check back with you here in a little bit.
Okay, let's try not to distract people when walking inside. At least you can see it. Come on.
As we were riding and coming back into the port, we noticed a little food cart. One thing that we do like to do when we're traveling is try something local, give back to the area instead of supporting some of the port's stores. So yeah, we're gonna walk across the street right there and try and grab something. So we'll check back with you here in a second.
Jamming. It was just fun. Yeah, you go through the desert, up, down, cliffs, all kind of stuff. Killer view of the ocean. They take you up to some like viewpoint up way, way top, and then you come down, and then they just let you loose on the beach.
Yeah, we came down on the beach, and it was like we took a photo. We had like goggles on, and We took
Oh,
our
with the helmets and everything? Yeah.
We took them off. We had dirt rings
We were
around
filming.
us
Oh, that's
from the
cool.
straps.
That was fun.
And then they're like, you can take the ATVs to La Bufadora, which is like 35, 40 minutes from town. And I'm like,
Oh, you're saying you guys just go? You guys
yeah, you
ran
guys
up
take
the
the
whole day.
ATVs, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to take an ATV like on a
They
40-minute
do, though.
road. Oh yeah, like on the streets.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
do. Yeah.
No, I don't trust us.
They
and I
gave
don't
us a
trust-
Jeep.
But yeah, we got back
It was so
early,
nice.
and they're like, here, just take that for the rest of the day. So we drove around the town.
That's cool.
Well, it
Yeah,
was a golf cart.
fun.
And
It was
Sonata?
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, we used to go camping there all the time on the beach. And we'd ride horses on the beach all the time back in the day. And then this little lady would come to our tent with like fresh tamales. And,
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh,
It
they
was
could
fun.
kind of sell you stuff, hats or something.
Oh, yeah.
They do the walk. Yeah.
All right, so how's your food?
Amazing. Amazing. It's like the perfect combo because it's got like crunchy and oh, it's so good. I'm not even that hungry, but I'm gonna finish it. It's so good.
All right, well, we're gonna get back on the ship here pretty quick, and we'll talk to you guys later. Than the shot. So, all right. I think we're gonna head to the pool, get a couple of drinks, take a shower because it's a bit of a sweaty day. So we'll head to the pool and we'll check back with you here in a few. Last couple of hours we've been at the solarium after our e-bike tour. The ship should be leaving in a few, and we'll do a sail away shot or a time lapse once the ship actually leaves. But it's been a great day. I appreciate Shannon getting the e-bike tour. I was a little bit hesitant on it, but I had a good time. It was definitely hot riding the bikes around. Would have been nice to be able to jump in the ocean, but we did get a chance to. But yeah, if you come to Mazatlan and you have the ability to do the e-bike tour, I would recommend it. At least go out and see the city. It's a great place, great people, it's very safe, and the food. Some people are afraid of those food carts or the street foods. Don't be afraid, everything's fresh.
That's where the locals.
Yeah, we had lunch with some locals, so enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the people, enjoy the culture, and go on vacation, enjoy yourself, and we'll be back in a few with the sail away. All right, bye. In the solarium, in the adults only section, the sun's going down. It's actually a beautiful view. So it's funny how people talk about cruise ships, and it's not really a great way to vacation, but actually it's a beautiful way to vacation, and just get out and see the world. Like, you can't do that doing a land vacation and see all of the different places across the world. It's super easy to do when you book a cruise. We've been out multiple times to Mexico to the same locations, and it's never ever the same thing when we come back. We always find new things to do, new people to meet, and it just helps get you back centered with yourself. So here's the last shot before the sun goes down, but yeah, beautiful night in Mazatlan, Mexico. So